Hello, everybody. My name is Natalie Clark, and today I will be interviewing the agency owner and Hall of Fame producer status, none other than my father, Mr. Kendall Clark Sr. How you doing, Dad?
I'm good, Nat. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I have a few questions that I want to ask you today. So
Okay.
that's okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's good. All right,
Yeah.
great. So let's get into it. So, Dad, how did you find Family First Life?
Well, it's kind of a long story. Actually, I come from the industry of fitness industry. I was a assistant manager at my gym, fitness director. Actually, motivational speaker for 15 years, author, actor, model, commercials with CarMax, Xerox, TV shows, Death by Gossip with Wendy Williams.
Okay.
And I really wanted to transition more into speaking and acting, but my primary job was my main income.
Yeah.
So, long story short, a friend of mine, she said, "Hey, Luke and Deborah Bohas, they sell life insurance, and they're making what most people make in a month and a year."
Okay.
And I was like, hold on. Most people make it a year and a month, a year and a month. Most people make it a year and a month. I was like, wait a minute, for real? They said, yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm open to listen. Luke gave me a call. He was telling me about Family First Life. Said they had a lead program because I didn't want to have to go talk to like your aunts and your uncles and your cousins because they ain't gonna buy nothing. So I took a look at it. This was
Okay.
December 2018, and I was trying to study that, and I just kept putting it off, and I kept putting it off. And you used to ask me, "Dad, you studying today?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to." So I paid for it like 8 times, exam effects.
8 times?
8 times. I paid for it 8 times because I just wasn't comfortable taking tests. And then COVID hit 2020. Schools closed.
Yeah.
No motivational speaking.
I remember I came home that spring break and they told us that we're not able to come back.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. But I was glad that you were home. I was actually glad that you were home. And then, the gym closed for 86 days. And then, so acting, there's no Hollywood shooting anything. So everything shut down. So that's when I said, I got to knock this out. I studied for about 4 weeks, knocked it out. End of May, got started, been going full speed ever since.
Cool. So what life-changing experiences have you gone through within the past year and a half, correct?
Yeah, year and a half. So life change, I would say, it's different when you don't have to struggle when it comes to money.
Okay.
See, a lot of the stuff that you and your mom, you and your brother don't realize is that, I struggled. I worked hard. It seems like you went from the age of being born to like 6, because I was always gone speaking, because I felt like I had to work to make money to make sure I could take care of the bills. Then I felt like I could never go on vacation. Even when your mom was like, "Hey, let's go on family vacation,"
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't afford to go because somebody had to work. So it just feels good that I don't have to struggle. Money's not an issue. Being able to take care, even though you're on scholarship, you play basketball for school, there's some other things that I got to take care of. And being able to just, to pay $10,000, $11,000 per year and not even have to worry about it, it's a good feeling.
So this new experience definitely helped you financially and emotionally, correct?
Actually, emotionally, yes. Because I feel like when you take stress out of it, it's just different when you can breathe. When you can feel like when it's time to pay the mortgage, you got it. When it's time to pay the car note, you got it.
Right.
When it's time to take care of anything that breaks down unexpectedly, you got it. And it's just easier to breathe. And it's all because of this business and opportunity.
Awesome. So what are your past struggles? Like, what have you done differently now than in the past?
I think what I've done differently, I think my past struggles helped me be ready to receive the blessings that I have now. Without all those setbacks, without going to the blood bank to get money for gas in the car, it's something that you and your brother ain't know about. I remember I remember struggling financially, and I remember sitting because we were about to lose the first house. And I remember sitting there crying, and you had this little voice. She was like, "Are you all right?" And Kendall was like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" And you guys start wiping my tears with your hands. Man, I was like, I gotta find a way, but I didn't see no way. I felt like, what could I do? Like, we about to lose this house. I gotta sell it to keep from losing it. And I feel like all those setbacks just prepared me for what I'm experiencing now and the blessings I'm experiencing now.
So what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, it definitely makes you stronger. Because the thing is, life doesn't care when you're going through problems. Life don't care if you're struggling paying the bills. The mortgage people don't care if you ain't got the mortgage money.
Mm-hmm.
The car repo man don't care if you ain't got the car note. All they want is their money. So it's either you're gonna find a way to get the money, you're gonna find a way to work harder, and you're gonna find a way to get yourself out of that position. Because I believe that every compound effect has an effect on where we are. So every bad decision I made in the past had an effect on the circumstances I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
Every good decision I've made in the last 5 years put me in the right position right now.
That's great. So what motivates you to sell life insurance to families that don't have life insurance, or that doesn't have the knowledge of what life insurance can do for them in the long run in case something may happen to them or somebody that they may love? So what motivates you to give people the policies that they need?
What motivates me is when my dad died. I remember it like it was yesterday because he wasn't sick, Dad. You remember?
Yeah.
Poppy would work out in the yard. We would joke, laugh.
Mm-hmm.
He always talked about he gonna put his foot in somebody's tail. And I remember when getting that call from Bradley that he thought he was dead. And I remember going over to the house, shaking and crying, just saying this can't be real.
Yeah.
And I remember getting there, and the firemen and the paramedics are coming out saying, "I'm sorry, sir, your dad's already gone." And I remember just trying to figure out how I was gonna tell y'all that Poppy was gone, and that hurt. And then I also thought about, like, what if I die? What am I gonna do? Like, what if I die? And I don't have no life insurance. I gotta make sure my kids are good.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make sure my wife is good. I gotta make sure that if anything happened to me, that they won't struggle. And that's what motivates me, because I don't want anybody to go through. It's hard enough losing somebody that you love, but losing somebody that you love and you ain't got the money to bury them, or you gotta sell the house, that's 10 times worse. It's like compound on top of the fact you lost a loved one. So that's what drives me, because I want to make sure that I can put the person in a better position if they do lose that loved one.
Mm-hmm. So explain to me a typical day of a full-time life insurance agent and agency owner, because you're not just a life insurance agent that's a part of a team. You are that team. You're that captain. You're that leader. So tell me, what is a standard day for you?
A typical day for me starts out 4 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym, working out at 5. Sometimes I get there at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
I work out, get my workout in. I go home. It depends. So just say, for example, it's a Monday, and I know we got live dials.
Yeah.
So I try to get there at 5, work out till about 6, do some cardio, go home, fix some breakfast, jump on Zoom at 7:30. Now I have a commitment every 3 times a week. Miss Linda, you know Miss Linda.
Yes.
One of my old clients. Miss Linda is 65 years old, and when COVID hit, I decided that I was gonna go by and spend time with her, because she's a widow, has no kids. I just want to make sure she was okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for over a year now, 2 years now, I actually go by Mondays at 8:30, Wednesdays at 9, and Fridays at 9.
Gotcha.
And I work her out. We do boxing, and I just spend time with her. So, when I leave the gym, I go home, fix breakfast, I hop on Zoom at 7:30, then I take a quick shower
Mm-hmm.
between Zoom. I got the Alexa playing in the bathroom with Zoom on. Then I drive to Miss Linda's house. I train her for 30 minutes. Then I head to the office. Meet some of the agents, get on live dials, dial some,
Mm-hmm.
Work on policies. I follow up with some of my no-shows, book more appointments, take a break. Then I hop on the Northwest dials, see who's on there. I reach out to my team. I talk to them. I shoot them text. What's your schedule look like? How many leads do you have for the week? How many leads you got for this dial session right now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get on Northwest Zooms?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get on the 5 p.m. Zooms?
Mm-hmm.
That's my day. Then I'll leave the office, go home, either stay at the office and do 5 p.m. dials, or leave the office and go to my other office on my side. Well, you know what my office is.
Mm-hmm.
And then get on Northwest dial. 5 p.m. dials. Then I'm following up with agents at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Because now I might be doing 3-ways, talking to new partners,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get them involved in the business, and then planning my next day, which is Tuesday, which is a run day.
So it sounds like a full scheduled day
Oh, absolutely.
for a full-time agent.
Absolutely. Like sometimes I will fall asleep in the chair, in the recliner, with my feet down, sitting up, and I wake up about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and my knees hurt so bad because I am not in bed. So, yeah, I'll pass out in the chair. Then I'm like, you know what? I might as well kick my shoes off, put on workout clothes, and go to the gym.
That takes a lot of dedication to get up every morning like that. Have a full schedule.
It does. But if you don't run like that, you can't call yourself a business owner. Mm-hmm. Anybody that's running a business, they're running that business pretty much 24/7 until they get in the position where they can kind of taper off. I'm not in a position to taper off. I gotta run like this because I got an end goal. I got a place that I want to be, and my end goal, and I can see it.
Cool. So explain to me some of the most mistakes that life insurance agents that may make.
Like the biggest mistakes they can make?
Yeah.
I think the biggest mistakes they make is they let their past success dictate what they're gonna do here. See, I've always been the type that I know I'm good. I'm not gonna tell you I'm good. I'm just gonna show you that I'm good. And then once I show you, then I'm gonna tell you I'm good.
So don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, don't talk about it, be about it. So, like, I know I'm good. I'm not gonna tell you I'm good. But when I do it, I'm gonna talk about how good I was. So I always, most agents will come in like, yo, I could sell water to an Eskimo. I mean, I can sell ice to a polar bear. I can sell, sand to a camel. Like all that, I can sell. Like, I had this lady say, I can sell you some dog food and tell you it's hamburger. Like, don't talk about it, be about it. Just come in, humble yourself, and just follow the system. The biggest mistake most agents make is they come in, they don't follow the system. They come in, they don't plug in. They don't plug into the system. They don't plug into other agents. They don't plug into the office. They'll rather dial it home in their kitchen or in the bathroom or whatever versus plugging in. That's the biggest mistake, is you're not in business by yourself. We're partners, business partners. Business partners mean we need to talk like every day or every other day. And that's the biggest mistake most agents make. So, Nat, you've been asking me all these questions. So can I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course.
All right, so how is it being a full-time college student and full-time college athlete? How is that?
Well, it's definitely a full-time job that's required no pay. It's definitely it was a struggle at first, being away from home.
Hey, hold on. Let's back up. Because like when she first was like, knew she was going away to college, I can't wait to go away to school. I can't wait.
I was just ready to leave.
No. I can't wait. I'm gonna be so excited. I ain't never come home. I can't wait. Then you came home for that one weekend. It was a weekend.
Yeah.
She came so they had fall break. She didn't have fall break because she started basketball season.
Yeah.
She came home for a weekend. It was like a day and a half. She came home Friday and then had to leave Sunday.
Like that early Sunday, yeah.
Early Sunday. Gets back to school. I want to come home. I was homesick, crying. I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to be here. I really miss you guys. She did all that talking, and then, so how was that, like the transition, being away from home?
At first, it was definitely a struggle because, like you just said, I miss my family. I miss being home in my city, being around my friends, and not have to worry about, living on my own, taking care of myself, making sure I did the laundry for the day, making sure I did my hair or this, that, and the third. It was definitely a struggle at first. And then throwing school on top of that, I had to make sure I turned in my assignments on time, making sure I did my study hall hours because I had study hall at the time. But luckily I don't have that anymore because my GPA is up. Amen to that. But yeah, I had to manage my time with school and with basketball and stuff too, because practice had started, and then once we had practice, we started having games. And so I had to make sure I get my study hall hours in before I could participate in the game. If we didn't do study hall, you couldn't play in the game. So at first it was definitely a struggle, but being away from home and being at school has definitely taught me how to manage my time and managing my myself and taking care of myself and prioritizing my daily schedule. So it was a struggle at first, but I'm definitely doing good now.
So prioritizing your schedule.
Yeah.
And that's what we talk about in business. We talk about how an agent has to prioritize their schedule. They protect their dial time. You know, you have to have your schedule set. You know, you can't have any white space. That's what we call a white space. Mm-hmm. White space is if you got too many gaps in your schedule, so your schedule's not full. So let me ask you another question. How is it being my daughter?
It's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. You really taught me how to be an independent woman as far as being a leader, taking ownership, not staying in your comfort zone. You know, you always tell me that. You told me and Kendall that you had to get uncomfortable in order to be comfortable. So that means like you have to do things that you don't want to do, but if you do these things, it'll set you apart from everybody else in order to be successful. So it's definitely been a blessing. You taught me so many life lessons, and you push me every day. You taught me never to give up and to really be a leader and work hard for each and everything that you want to do in this life. So
yeah, no, I remember the road trips for AAU and telling you, hey, this is daddy-daughter time. This is we create memories. You know, we've created so many memories in different hotel rooms, and you know, all across the country. You know, road trips, me and you, my road dog, all across the country. And then I always said everything is a life lesson. Everything that you do is a life lesson. You know, on the basketball court, and your teammates act like they don't want to pass it to you, that's a life lesson. You're gonna deal with some coworkers who not gonna be happy with the fact that you might have got a promotion. Now, the field that you're stepping into, Nat, what do you want to do? What is your major, and what are you trying to do?
After I graduate and getting my degree in media and culture studies, I want to become a professional sports reporter / broadcaster. And I definitely want to do more interviews with athletes within the profession of the NBA, the NFL, the Major League Baseball, the boxing, and I definitely want to do more of the sports broadcasting. And I know that's it's more of a man type of career, less than of a woman career, but it's something that I know I can do, and through hard work and determination, I know one day I can be on somebody's TV screen.
Oh, you will be. You will be. You know, you just said it. You put it out there, and you have a natural talent for the camera. I wonder who you get that from. But you do have that talent, and it's all about putting it out there, and you find a way to do it. You know, same thing with this business. I put it out there, and I was gonna hit what in December? Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
And I was able to do it. You know, so you just gotta put the goal out there. Anything you want to ask me?
What do you see yourself within this business in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself as an integrity partner. I see myself with an agency that's helping, 5,000 families a month. You know, easy 5,000 families a month. I see other Hall of Famers. I see other agency owners, logos, at least 25 to 50 logos. Next 5 years, I see about 50 logos on the team.
50 logos?
50 logos on the team, easy.
Yeah.
I see a couple of logos that are about to pop off in the next 90 days on the team right now, which means it's all about helping somebody else do it. You know, always about helping somebody else do it. One thing I do want to talk about is Hall of Fame, because at first I didn't really want Hall of Fame. I was more so I want to build a bigger agency, and Luke and Bo and Chris were saying, if you hit Hall of Fame, it's the story that you're going to create. First year logo Invincible, first year Hall of Fame, and I made up my mind in September that I wanted Hall of Fame. I was far out. I mean, I was like 150 out from hitting Hall of Fame, and I was able to do that in like 90 days. So, you know, I'm excited because that story, because I did it, now I can help somebody else do it. Now they got road to Hall of Fame that are going on all over the country, and it's funny because it's like I already been on that road. Like it's like looking at a map, and you look at the map or GPS, and you get to the destination, and you're there. Now it's like you go home, but guess what? You still know how to get there.
Yeah.
Because you already been there. Like I don't really need GPS to come to Randolph College, where we are right now. I don't need a GPS because I've been here so many times, dropping you off and seeing you and coming to basketball games. So I don't need it. So the road to Hall of Fame, I've been on that road.
Right.
But now I'm trying to help somebody else get on that road.
So you definitely want to help other agents reach that type of status to where you're at right now.
Absolutely. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be boring if I got a yacht and you don't. I got a private jet and you don't.
Yeah.
I want us all to have private jets.
Want everybody to eat.
I want everybody to eat. Exactly. And that's another beauty of this business, is that I can take off when I want to, drive 3.5 hours, spend time with you, watch the boys' basketball game tonight, go out to dinner, sit here having this interview with you, and then watch your game tomorrow, spend a day with you tomorrow, watch your game, and then come home Friday. If I worked corporate America, I couldn't just take off randomly in a week. Because of this business, I'm able to do so.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for today. You can tune in to our next interview if we do one soon. It was a pleasure interviewing you, Dad, aka Mr. Kendall Clark, Hall of Fame status and agency owner of Family First Life Invincible. If you want any more information within this business, you can text info, INFO, at 757-515-2220.
Also, Instagram.
And Instagram, you can
Follow us.
Follow us on Instagram at Family First Life _Invincible. And we will see you soon.